Hey everybody, Dean Graziosi, welcome to the Weekly Wisdom. Sorry we're a little late getting this video out to you. I had a crazy week and a busy weekend, so I'm filming it and getting it right out because I have a really special message to share with you today. You know, I watch my Weekly Wisdoms myself and I read all the comments you list below. So if you comment below at deangraziosi.com, I will absolutely positively read it if you want to get me a message. But sometimes I look at it and I say to myself, I wonder if everybody thinks my life is perfect and I don't have to use these strategies myself anymore. I want to let you know, living fulfilled, living with an abundant mindset, overcoming obstacles, being successful, it's like going to the gym. You don't go to the gym once, work out really hard, and boom, you're in amazing shape for the rest of your life. You gotta go to the gym all the time. But if the gym can be fun and it's rewarding every day, it's a new opportunity to grow, to learn in the gym world, to feel better about yourself, right? But personal development or being successful, whether it's real estate or your relationship or being healthy or losing weight or whatever it is, or being a parent, it's all about these little steps every day that can transform your life. And in so many cases, I get to share with you from the heart because I struggled with them or still struggle with them and work hard to live that fulfilled life at every minute. So I want to share something with you, something that I fought for years. How many of you have ever woken up in the middle of the night or had a day during the day where you start thinking all the things that aren't perfect or things that could go wrong, and then your brain all by itself starts compounding? It's like a snowball going down a hill. It's getting bigger and bigger. Well, let me tell you a personal story. I would wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, almost like right on the number, between 1:58 and like 2:05, on and off for years, and my brain, and here's the problem, there's something called the success trap, and I'll talk about that in a second, but my brain would immediately go to all the things not going right in my life, and I would obsess over them, and I would look and it'd be 3 o'clock and then 4 o'clock, and I'd miss this 2-3 hours of sleep because my brain would like search like a computer. What's right? I'll throw that away. What's right? What's right? Throw that away. Oh, here's what's wrong, or this could potentially go wrong, and I'd obsess. And here's the success trap about it. I became pretty damn successful while I was doing that. And I used to think to myself, hey, maybe that's part of your success. You find what's wrong, you obsess on it, and then you go and fix it. And then I realized something. It had nothing to do with my success, not even a tiny bit. In fact, the complete opposite. It was making me unhealthy if I didn't sleep, being a little tired during the day, and it's not healthy not to sleep. And what I realized, a success trap can be just that. It's harder to move away from when you're successful doing something than when it's a failure. So then what I did was, I said, I have so many things to be grateful for. We know that. And what I was forcing myself to do, and again, I'm sharing this transparently, what I had to work on was, if I could wake up and compound all the things that are wrong, or the one thing that's wrong and make it bigger and bigger, why can't, when my eyes pop open at 2 o'clock, why can't I pick one thing that's right in my life? Why can't I pick being a dad and my kids being healthy? Let's just say that, for example, and then stack on taking them horseback riding or taking them fishing, or the way they look at me or the way they hug me, or when I come home from school, or they come home from school, or I come home from work, they still run to me and hug me and love me, and what I'm going to do this weekend, and my son playing baseball and my daughter in gymnastics. And all of a sudden, it took ages, it seemed like, to replace those negative thoughts with compounding positive thoughts. Then all of a sudden, slowly, day after day, week after week, month after month, I'd wake up and go, and I go, let me search. No, negative, stop. That's going to be there. Let me find what's right. And what I realized is, in so many instances, the negative part, you fix those automatically. You don't have to obsess over them. Your subconscious has been dealing with crap forever, and we know how to fix problems, but obsessing on it only changes your state. It makes you feel a certain way, makes you not sleep, makes you antsy, makes you edgy, makes you mean to your husband or wife, or not the perfect dad, or not the great employer, or the best employee. All I know is this. Each of these things I share with you, so many cases, I fight with them or have fought with them in the past, and I found a way to fix them. And that's why I deliver you things that come from my heart, not just read out of a book or manufactured. This is my life, and I feel so honored to be able to deliver these nuggets to you that have transformed my life. And I feel blessed when so many of you leave messages below or send in videos on how your life is transformed. So that's what I want you to think about today. If you can stack on all the crap, why can't you stack on all the good? Seriously, think about that. The next week, every time some negative thought comes in, park it on hold, bring in a positive one, and compound how, wow, what if I was a little bit nicer when I went home after work? What would my wife feel like? Well, maybe she'd be more affectionate. Maybe our passion would go up. Maybe we could take more date nights. Maybe. And all of a sudden, everything feels amazing. Your body doesn't know the difference. You're just feeling these incredible feelings rather than saying, oh, every time I go home, it gets worse, it gets worse, it gets worse, it gets worse. Because if that's how you want to feel, then compound the negative. You want to feel great? Compound the good. That's my message for the week. Hey, if you haven't got my newest real estate book or my New York Times bestselling book, Totally Fulfilled, my first book ever on personal development, it's 9 years old. It's still an incredible book. Yes, I'm going to rewrite and have a much better one, but it's a quality book and you can have it for free. Just if you're at deangraziosi.com, go up here and click and grab it and watch the video after. If you're on iTunes, go to deansfreebook.com. That's deansfreebook.com. I'll talk to you next week.